morning, all. Good morning. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News, the Black Dragon Biker News Network. Today, we have some interesting news stories, but we're going to start with a message that I got, and I get messages a lot from folks that want to know stuff about MC Protocol, and sometimes it's just too much to type, and it's a lot to get into. And sometimes it's something I can make a show on and maybe help a whole lot of people, not just one. So my wife wants to be a 1%er property. Should there be concern, consent, or understanding? That is the beginning of the show. I got a letter this morning, or a text message, email, whatever it was, and someone was telling me that they were concerned because they just didn't know enough about the bike life to know, is there a problem with my wife being a property? What should I be aware of, especially for 1% Motorcycle Club? So we thought we would address it, the question that has sparked strong reactions and honest confusion. This husband reached out asking, my wife wants to be a property of 1% MC. I don't fully understand what that involves. Should I be concerned or should I forbid it outright? This isn't about judgment or shaming. It's about understanding. We're going to talk about it, communication and consent, and we'll try to get down to the bottom of it, what the term property can mean in MC culture, the difference between perception and reality, where personal choice, boundaries, and marriage intersect, maybe, and why assumptions on all sides can lead to conflict. We'll discuss this topic carefully without the sensationalism and with respect for everyone involved. We'll also touch on a couple of developing stories that we've seen out there. An Outlaws biker has allegedly made headlines, or has made headlines after allegedly firing a gun inside a bar to pop a balloon, raising questions about judgment, accountability, and consequences. And in a federal case, the Indian origin leader of the Punjabi Devils Biker Club, they say biker gang, has been convicted in the United States of arms and an arms trafficking case. That's crazy. Come to our country and then traffic arms here. We'll briefly discuss what's been reported and what that conviction means. This is a show about questions people are afraid to ask, culture people misunderstand, and conversations that need context, not outrage. So please join myself, Lavish T. Williams, and Dr. Logic as we talk, or I should say Commissioner Lavish T. Williams, the Honorable, and Dr. Logic as we talk through it. And you can watch it live on Black Dragon Biker TV. You can also see it live on Lavish T. Williams or at Keep It Logical. Okay, so that I really love this teleprompter thing, man. This keeps me right on point and everything. But anyway, we will be right back in a minute and 7 seconds after this brief introduction to talk about it. My wife wants to be a 1% property. Should I forbid her? Even if you have the ability to do so. That's an interesting question. Anyway, back in a minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe, and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name was Black Dragon. Started in the idiot hit the ski, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat, the nose kung fu and says kiss Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe, and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. this one kid
Well,
I met.
alrighty then. Alrighty then. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network, the Black Dragon Biker News channel. Biker News you can use. Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And please allow me to introduce, as we are the only Biker News and MC Protocol channel in the entire world, to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house.
What's going on, everyone? What's going on, Black Dragon?
And he's still on that same thing.
Good morning, sir.
Nobody's
How are you?
be around.
Doing good.
That's good to know. That's good to know. I'm glad you're doing well. It makes me feel good to know that.
God be the glory.
Anyway, Commissioner Lavish is in a meeting, commissioner meeting, so he'll be on a little bit later. So I get a message this morning. A guy says, I really don't know enough about this property thing to know if it's something I should let my wife do. And I thought this would be a good conversation for a lot of people. In my day of property, you were somebody's woman, or the club mama, says Heaven Carr. Hopefully he's in that club. No, he's not in the club. He's not on the biker scene at all. He's not in the biker set world at all. So he really doesn't know a whole lot about it, except perhaps he's noticing things that obviously have given him concern, because he's reached out to find out, like, what is this whole damn thing about? And should I be concerned? And man, when I thought about the simple answer, I realized there's no simple answer to this, because I have known people that this has worked just fine for, and who didn't have a problem with this at all. It looks like the mail truck is out there in front of my house, in front of my office rather, and I guess they delivered it. Okay, no, okay, dogs, you were right. Thank you, dogs. Good dogs. So it's very interesting. Let me see. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to let names out or anything like that. But I found it to be an interesting topic this morning that I thought that I would talk about and see if I could bring some clarity to this guy and several others. So, what do you know about properties, and what would your response be if your wife said, which I know, Pastor, that probably wouldn't happen, but what would be your response based on what you know?
No.
Why?
Because I wouldn't want my wife to be in an organization that I am not in.
That's selfish, don't you think?
Nope. You asked me the question. No.
I mean, that's selfish. So she can't be in the women's glee club? You're not there?
But we're not talking about it. We're not talking about a woman's glee club. We're talking about your spouse being under the guidance of another man.
And there you have it. There you have it. And what do you understand about that?
Well, what I know, and I've only seen POs from an OMC standpoint, so I don't have all the. I've gotten to know a lot of them, so I know the different levels. But I do understand that if the club or their sponsor needs them to do something, they have to do it. I may not agree with it.
Do they have to do it?
Well,
Because
they're required to have to. They're required to do it as part of that organization. If they say the POs of this organization, here's your requirements, and I don't know them now. Here's your requirements. You got to do this. When we have a club function, you need to be here. You need to help out with this. Well, if my spouse, we have kids at home, and I don't want you going there. Now there's a conflict. Now she has a conflict with the
there would be
organization.
that same conflict, preacher, if there would be that same conflict if she was in any other organization.
But we're talking about a property. We're not talking about her being in the Glee Club or card club, or we're not talking about that.
If she was in the card club and she needed to go to the card club function and the children are at home, you would have the same issue.
No,
the issue. I mean,
yeah, a PO is not a PO of another woman, to my understanding. She's the property of an individual or a club, and my spouse is not going to be under the guidance or the rules.
What if that other individual was her brother? Her brother is in the 1% club, and she is his property.
Then me and her brother's going to sit down and talk about her surroundings.
Okay, so there could be a possibility if it was her brother or cousin.
No, I'm still going to say no. I'm not going to use the word forbid. I don't like that word forbid because I don't own her. But if you want to keep a happy household, then I highly disagree with you going in that direction, in that path.
You just the male chauvinist club.
I'm protective over
the male chauvinist Neanderthal with the club coming out the cave.
I'm protective over anything that's under my responsibility. I'm just protective. Watch this. I've been on the set 11 years. I've been to the OMC clubhouse. Let's just say every year of those 11 years, multiple times in the year. I think my wife has been there once, and that was in the car when we was picking up turkeys. That's it. She doesn't even go.
No, well, we're not talking about your wife per se.
Well, you asked me.
I was just
what I do.
Yeah. So we are talking about your wife. Okay. So
you asked me what would I do. I can't speak for nobody else's wife.
JT says, hell no, she needs to be single. Listen, I have seen this work before. I knew a man here in Atlanta. He was part of one motorcycle club, and his wife was the property in another. Now, this was a 99%er club, but they had properties, and she was the wife or the property of another person. It worked absolutely amazing for them. They each had no problem with the other one. They had perfect trust. The property, the sponsor was a friend and a lifelong friend. There was no issue in that. And I remember when I first saw it, I thought that was weird as hell. I sat down with her and I asked her, how are you a property for over here? And I was educated a lot about properties. A lot of this, you're going to do whatever we say, and you're going to belong to the club, and anybody, you can sleep with anybody we want you. A lot of that is BS. I mean, that happens to some people. It doesn't happen to strong-minded and strong-willed people at all. So there is a possibility for women. So let me explain to.
Can I answer one thing inside the text inside the chat?
Yeah.
Taz Skate is 1050.
Okay, hold on.
I got a delay.
Property, as far as I knew, was the cut she is wearing is the property of the brother in charge of that cut, and saying that his old lady, that's his old lady, and he keeps her in check. No, not always. That's not always it. It's probably too late at this point. If she asks, then she'll probably find a way to do it. Let her go. A lot of you guys, BBS says I'm with Logic. That no was precise. Logic is always right. Just count his points. It might be selfish, man, but I am selfish. I'm trying to get there.
Oh, okay.
Took me almost 4 years to earn my diamond. My woman was proud as F to wear her property. She went through hell, and also when I was earning mine. Yeah, but that's not the same thing, Carnales. What is that? Carnal. Carnal means brother. I hope I said it right. Perfect way to put it. Logic with a capital L on that. F, no, you aren't in the club and she wants to be another man's property. But Neil, I have seen the properties can be best friends or uncles or fathers or cousins or stuff like that. So that's not necessarily another man. Well, it's another man's property, but not a man you need to be worried about. Lots of different meanings, but club I was in, it was the cut was the property of John Doe, brother, and the girl wearing it had enough respect to earn it. What about his female ushers?
Same difference. That's not the same.
Oh, what about your female ushers?
First of all, ushers, the ushers of the church is a voluntary thing.
And so are properties.
No. I don't control or rule or lord.
I've seen preachers lord over them.
We're not. You talking about other people. We're talking about me.
Yes,
he made that comment because he knows I'm a pastor. and they usher with the grace of God. They answer to God. They don't answer to me. They don't answer to me. I tell every leader under Salmon Church, they being empowered. When I give them a position, I tell them the Holy Spirit guided me to let you be in this position. Now, here's the guidelines that God set out for these positions. So if they act up, that's between them and God. It's my responsibility to keep order in the house.
Okay. Yeah, you have a delay. I don't know what's going on with you.
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe I should log off and log back on.
No, we don't want to lose you. Hurry up.
I'll log back on.
Hold
on a second.
Yeah, because your lips look like a Chinese movie. Not any Chinese, the kung fu movies that used to come on. Not all Chinese movies or anything like that. Don't get me to say something like that. I didn't mean it like that. What about his female usher? I don't know. In God, I'm God's property. That is wild. It's not like she's pledging in a sorority. That is wild, says Victoria Spade. Let's see. I would assume some 1% clubs have some pretty harsh property joining tactics. Some do, but some don't. BD gets a point now. Someone says I get a point now.
Uh-oh.
Sounds of Harlem says I get a point. And I agree with that.
What'd you get a point for?
I don't know.
We weren't debating about anything.
I'll take it.
Nah, you ain't get no point.
Give me my point.
They don't know how to give points. We weren't debating against anything. You asked me my opinion about my spouse. You ain't debating about how I feel about my spouse. You lose all day long.
Listen, I didn't say I get a point. Girls in our club put these girls through a prospect period to make sure she understands the meaning of it, says Life's Resurrection Project. What's his is his. They're talking about you, Logic. I wish Lavish was on here because Lavish... y'all
talked about that. I saw the short.
Yeah. Property is totally different. And as a woman, I would only be a property of my man or somebody I'm involved with. I wouldn't do it if I had a man at home. I would be in a social club or off the set. Baker says share wife. Tia said you can't protect what you can't control. What's she doing on here?
Sounds of Harlem. What does he get a point for? We weren't debating about it.
I don't care.
It has to be a debate, and then I would have to lose the debate.
Somebody
else said another point for Logic.
No,
I don't have a point because he asked me about my spouse. The title of the show is My Wife, Not Daughter or Cousin. Logic gets a point. Oh, well, Sounds of Harlem said, "Give me a point, and you get a point." Well, that's not how the point system. Now, if Black Dragon was to challenge me on something, and then we look it up and find out that he's wrong, that's when he lose a point. Yeah.
No, I just seem arbitrarily.
I'm not going to steal a point from him.
Oh, you've stolen many points from me.
No, I didn't.
I don't care if her damn daddy was in the club and he wanted her to be his property. It ain't happening. No, he's right for real. You're only property of it if it's your old man. No, I have seen it more ways than that. I agree with logic. There are times where when a man must pull rank, if not down the road, problems will arise. That's your woman. Besides, it might conflict. Here we go. The Honorable Lavish T. Williams. What's up, Your Honor?
What's up? What's up, man? What's happening?
Man, have you had a chance to hear the discussion yet this morning?
No, I'm just getting on. I'm just getting in.
All right, so I thought this would be a good one for you. I really wanted to hear your take on this. A man sent me a message this morning. His wife wants to not prospect, but be a property in a 1% motorcycle club. He doesn't know anything about that and was wondering what are the nuances, what's going on with it? Should it be something that he forbids, or is it okay to let it go? The woman said it's a feeling of sisterhood, and he just doesn't know enough about the set to know should he be concerned or not.
So she's a biker already? She's already around the environment?
I would imagine, I'm not sure if she's already around it, but she's trying to become a property, so she might not be deep in it.
Oh, I mean, for me, the way I look at it, man, you got this guy out here, and I'm only going off what you say. This guy doesn't know anything about the set. She come to him and say, I want to be a property. My first initial reaction as being a non-biker is, what the hell is a property? And what does that entail? But then me as a guy, I'm going to do my own research. The odds and the chances of me actually saying, oh, okay, that's cool, is not going to happen at all. It's just not. I mean, what do you want to be involved in that kind of stuff for? If you're not already, into it. But then again, you might have some females that get wrapped up because they homegirls is doing this and they already out there. But you don't have to be a property to, still do the same thing. It's kind of like no rules, no dues. You ain't got to be in the club to still partake in a lot of, biker activities. I'm not about to have my wife as no property.
Why?
Why?
What's wrong with it?
Okay, so here's the thing. If that's what you choose, nothing's wrong with it if that's what you're into. Lavish T. Williams, I'm already a biker. So when I go out here and I do my bike stuff, I don't want my wife out there partaking in my activity.
Well, she's not. She's in a whole nother club than you, doing her thing with her girl.
We still on the same turf. What I do out in the streets, I don't even want her to know what's going on or know anything about that whole thing. Because you asked why wouldn't I?
What if you're not? What if you weren't a biker and you weren't on the same turf, like he's not? What's wrong with his wife being a property of a 1% motorcycle club? Like her spot. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, in order to be a property, you must have a sponsor. A lot of times, most times probably, that sponsor is some kind of way romantically or sexually involved with you, probably in 80% of the cases. But there is a good 20% or more, 25% of cases where your sponsor is not someone you're romantically involved with at all. It could be a brother, a nephew, an uncle, a good friend, somebody who just doesn't, that you're just not involved with, but he is your sponsor into the club. So in that situation, no what?
I'm just like that guy that wrote you, man. He might as well go ahead and start making preparations and plans, man. Because that ship is sailing, man. For him to even be confronted and asked that question. Hey, buddy. Hey, man, you go ahead, man, and start looking for you or her another place, man. Because that relationship is not going uphill at this point, man. That relationship is slowly starting to sink a little bit, man. And if it's not, it's going to, buddy. So, heads up, man. You go ahead on, man, and you start going out to lunch with your coworkers and engaging with them after work affairs, man. Because the end for you, buddy, is not going to be that great.
Wow.
I'm just being honest. You know what happens when that new property come on the set? Boy, everybody's got their antennas up, trying to shoot their shot.
But if you got a strong woman, a strong relationship, you don't. Yeah, if you got a beautiful woman, every time she walks anywhere, you know, in my experience and for my eyes, Tia is an absolutely beautiful woman. And if I was worried about every time she walked out, man, if I just
I didn't say that you was worried. I didn't say that you was worried. I don't trust the people around there. Man, what is you talking about? Listen, check this out, man. Listen, she can be the greatest thing in the world to you, Black Dragon. But let it be, I mean, and I'm just saying, perhaps it's some type of problems that y'all be going through.
Whoa, where did our boy go? No, Sounds of Harlem. The Tyler Show is my wife, not daughter or cousin. No, not
disappointed.
We didn't say daughter or cousin. We said that she might be your wife might be the property of her cousin or brother or uncle. That's so there's no point for logic. What is this? All this logic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello? You back?
Look at the comment at 1104. He said, I'm not letting my wife be a property of no 1% club. Period. End of story. I'm a 1%er. And if your broad want to be a property, that's not your broad. That goes right with what Logic just said. I'm not Logic. Laughing. Got me calling him laughing.
All right, yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
you
I'm back. So you get that one brother, man, that one club member, you get that one biker at the right time when y'all going through some personal problems at home, and she thinks she got a listening ear, and Black Dragon is lacking, and that dude is sitting there, and that alcohol get to talking. Oh man, it ain't gonna end up good.
Oh my goodness, Hollywood from Insane Throttle has just called in. He wants a link. We're gonna send him a link right now. He wants a piece of this. So maybe I've started something. I've seen this work. I don't know about you guys. I've seen this work.
And I mean, I'm saying that
somebody said, why would you put your wife? Why would you put your wife in that 20%? That they going by that percentage you gave Black Dragon. They said, why would you put your wife in that 20%?
Miss Lotus says she's trying to type. She can't even type. She's laughing so hard. What's up, Hooch? Good to see you. Baker's laughing at the ushers. Yeah, it's not a riding club. You said it was a 1% club. BD is rage. BD is rage baiting. Mr. Jones said BD trying to act like this is okay. BD, would you have yours as a club property? We're not talking about mine.
No.
Wait a minute. You asked, man. Don't be a hypocrite or a double standard.
Yeah.
Once you marry me, we become one. We are never one if you claim to be someone else's property. Man, a lot of you guys don't even understand the whole property thing.
He done
switched it. He don't want to.
He done deflected again. He deflected
again. Yeah, come on, man.
So if Tia wanted to go be a property of
the host asks the questions.
Okay. So if you go do that, don't ask me no more questions then. But I'm like, no, I ain't answering.
So what's your question? Go ahead. What is your question?
If Tia wanted to be the property of another man in a 1%er club, from all that you know about 1%er clubs, what would you say?
I know a lot about 1%er clubs.
Okay.
No, but answer the question, please.
Tia said I can never be a property of another of anyone other than Black Dragon. I understand that, Tia, but we talking about Black Dragon.
I don't need to answer the question then.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
if Tia's brother, I think Lavish said it in the beginning, is she already in the life? If Tia's brother was in a 1% club and she was the property of her brother,
you can't even go with the brother.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so many variables, man, to the context.
You need to get your stuff right over there. I mean, he was a professional kung fu master. Oh, here we go.
Professional kung fu master.
Your mama's house said, I find it odd he couldn't read your lips. I mean, he was a professional kung fu master. What is she talking about? Your mama's house. What are you talking about? It's not a riding club. You said it was a 1% club.
Oh, you behind, dude.
I'm trying to check back to what I'm trying to follow back to see what she was talking about. Oh, here we go. Hollywood from Insane Throttle. Everybody, welcome Hollywood. We can't hear you, Hollywood.
Oh, you can't hear me. Huh?
I hear you now. Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, man. What's up? You are full of crap, man. You over here trying to give excuses and stuff. Dude, you get a broad that is you got to start being real, dude.
I am real. I've seen it work. Don't say I haven't seen it work.
Dude, if some broad comes in, wants to be a property of, don't have an old man in there, she's getting put out, man. She's a piggy bank. That's just the way it is. She's a piggy bank, dude. I don't know how it works in Atlanta or any of that stuff, but that's a piggy bank.
Yeah, a prostitute. Is that what you're saying?
You're damn right. That's the way it works.
Boy, the white set is tough, boy.
So forward that email to Insane Throttle. Let him answer the question.
Since you're going to give him this long answer to that question.
That's the problem. You got to give it to it real, dude. This is real life, man. This ain't the internet and stuff. You got to. Why would she want to be an old lady to a club?
Exactly. Why?
You're not always an old lady to a club. You can be an old lady to a person.
It's saying that he's in the club.
What person?
Some properties have a person on their back. They're an old lady to that person. Some properties
listen to the content that was given to us, Black Dragon. You said a guy who's not on the set.
Hey, something's wrong with your sound, bro. You are.
I know what he's saying. He's just repeating what you said. You said a guy that's not on the set. His wife comes to him and says, "I want to be the property of another man in a 1% club." What would you say? I'll say no. But then I'll question her. Why would you want to be the property of another man in a 1% club?
Well, she's probably getting something.
Man, you guys.
And if not, we're putting her out to make a bank. That's just real life,
woman
man.
that much longer. She's not going to be your woman that much longer.
Boy, you guys are. So you've never seen a woman in a motorcycle club as a property without any of those crazy ass requirements?
No.
Here's a situation right here where these women are property of a specific person. She's property of Charo, she's property of Junior, and she's property of Toro.
Okay, and do you know them individually?
No,
personally?
I don't know. This is probably some 1960.
Okay, so
we're not saying it don't happen. It's a treasure, man, for the club. They're not going to put it on somebody who's not with one of the members.
No, I've seen this on the black set, Hollywood. I have.
That's because you guys are screwed up.
Maybe we are, but I've seen it. So you can't say I haven't seen it. I have seen women in clubs that are properties and not, and they are properties of individuals. I've seen this. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'm only speaking on the
context. You're
context.
asking a question that you wouldn't even allow yourself.
If a man who's not on the set asked about his property, that's what my focus point is based off of what you said. A non-biker asks, should he let his wife be a property in a 1% club? My question is, why and what's behind that? Why does this woman want to even be a property That's the first question. And then two, why would you consider letting her? It's a little bit more to that, unless otherwise stated. That's just my opinion. I need
She's
more
getting a
context.
schlong, man. That's why she
You
wants
know
to go.
what? Here's Nicole.
That's it right there, Hollywood. That's it.
Pressure. I like Nicole. It sounds like you guys are stuck in a history of chapter properties, but the evolution of one is where you need to be looking at our properties managed today.
No, Nicole. I'm gonna stand on this. I never said that there's something wrong with a woman being a property. I'm only basing what the context is. A woman who's married to a non-biker comes home and all of a sudden wants to become a property. I think everybody's jumping all over the place instead of sticking to the subject at hand, which is this woman wants to become a property. Why
and
do
her
you want to
husband
become
doesn't
a
know
property?
anything about the set.
She's looking for a ride on the wild side.
And that's it. She's not happy at home. Possibly she needs more excitement, or she got a biker. And I'm just throwing out different things. She got a biker on the side already. It's like, hey man, I'm out here. Let me let my husband know. Hey, I want to become a part of this club. And then when you go outside those doors, that's her other life that she's living. She knows that she doesn't have
negative life. And Cole says it right here. The biggest question is what kind of property would you want to be? A chapter property or a personal property? These guys act like they don't know what personal properties are.
So who are you? Why are you somebody's? How are you in the space of someone becoming you being a personal property? Your father ain't in a bike club because you come home telling your husband this. Your brother is not a biker because your husband will already know. So again, what's making this woman want to become someone's property versus this woman saying, hey, you know what? I think I want to ride a motorcycle. I'm thinking about getting a bike. You're stating that her husband says she wants to be a property of a 1%er. That's all I'm sticking to is the subject matter, not anything else.
Panky says my wife can't even be my property.
I just wanted to come on and give my 2 cents.
Hollywood, some of these guys.
Hollywood came on and told you that you're crazy, Black Dragon, because Hollywood, he never answered the question.
He never answered. Hollywood, he ain't never say nothing to the question, Hollywood.
He never answered the question.
He skated all around the question, Hollywood.
There was no question.
That's BD, man.
Right.
He wants to be Mr. Nice Guy, but he has to put it out for real. That's the way it works.
Would I let my woman be a property of a 1% motorcycle club? I would not. Okay, there you go.
Why?
Why?
You pushing it? It will work. You've seen great things. What's your reason?
She could be that 20%.
So here's my reason, and my reason isn't for any of the bullshit y'all are talking about. My reason is not because she's going to be a piggy bank for the club, because I have seen there are many women that are properties of personal people, and they're not doing that. But my reason is this: because of the requirements. For instance, let me give you an example. Like, let us just say the club went to war, all right? Or you have a sponsor. You guys know properties can get down as tough as 1%ers themselves. So you got
Hollywood. It sounds like he deflected. If
he's deflecting, man. Even my wife's over here looking at me.
He's about to lavish before you came on.
My reason.
I gave him what he's about to say in different terminology. I said the exact same thing. Go ahead, keep going, Black Dragon. Keep going.
So let us just say that you have an interaction. You're with another guy face to face, and this guy is becoming lethal or whatever the case may be. He stands a good chance of being taken out by your property standing behind him that he's not even looking at. Like, properties have some requirements for.
They have requirements. They have roles. Isn't that what I said when you first asked me?
But we weren't talking about me at the time. We were talking.
No. You said
I'm looking at Hollywood face.
You said my answer was BS.
Huh?
You said my answer was BS, and you giving the same answer I did. I said properties have roles and responsibilities inside that organization.
You were talking about roles and responsibilities in a different context.
No.
You were talking about roles and responsibilities in the context of sexual.
Oh no, I wasn't. There you get that.
Come on, man. Come back on the show. So
let me do something,
Yeah.
BD.
Go ahead.
Let's see if you could give a straight answer. And hopefully Tia ain't watching right now.
Oh, she's watching.
Let's put it into aspect. Okay, you got your deal going on with Tia, and some other woman wants to come into your marriage too. What are you gonna do?
What's the question?
What are you gonna do?
If
What
a
are you
woman
gonna do?
wants
Are
to
you
my
gonna
marriage,
accept her in?
No, hell no.
So why should this guy accept his old lady going into a club?
Well, I mean, you guys.
Oh,
Every property is not having sex with her. Her damn.
It's not even about. It's not even only about sex. It's about she has a. If her sponsor tells her, "I need you to be here. You need to do that," and you at home saying you can't go, she go like, "But my property said." You know, what's the first thing that come out your mouth? F that property. I mean, F that sponsor. I'm your husband. I'm blah 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 blah. That's the first thing that come out your mouth.
Come on,
First thing.
BD, stop being a stutter.
and then you got so many other things. You know how many times that we done seen domestic stuff happen from a property spouse, boyfriend, or whoever that's not in the club. She come down to the club. He can't even be a man to his girl because guess what? Us bikers intervene and step in. She protected by us. She
You're
ain't
right.
even protected by the husband. We coming up, her husband's pissed off. They having relationship problems, and she come run down to the motorcycle club, and he trying to, fight for
that is
his
the problem.
woman, wife. And then what happens? What do?
He
The
gets
club
beat
comes
down.
out, stands in front of that, and
Right.
and possibly we done seen. Listen, our club, we're a nice club. We would never do anything harmful to anyone. However, it have been times where a husband or boyfriend that got pounded out, and it ain't even had nothing to do with the club, just because
He came down
was
there
into
looking
it
crazy.
with his
Yeah.
wife.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Right.
Well, I
And
just
the
wanted to
club ain't
come
gonna
on,
let
say
nothing
hi,
happen to
but
that
I have
woman.
to say the black set, you're freaking weird. Okay,
And
you're
know,
just
and-
out
and we
there. You're in
say
the
that about
twilight
y'all.
zone.
And we say that about y'all.
But if a broad wants to come into a club, has no old man, she's
Y'all
going out to
crazy.
roost. That's the way it
She's going out
works.
to
Hey,
roost.
but listen, Hollywood, listen,
Either that
Hollywood,
or
listen.
it's a pass around.
Listen, Hollywood, let me tell you this. And Black Dragon tell you, I always call Black Dragon, and what you just said about the black set, I always say Black Dragon. I say certain things that we be talking about on the show when they get to Dragon Lavish. Look at the race of people, because it is a difference between the way that the white set and the black set do things. So you will have the black people, they'll know exactly what I mean and what I'm talking about, where some of the white set, they'll be like, no, we don't rock like that, and vice versa, because it is a difference between the way that the two operate.
Well, there is, just because BD, he started, the 99 percenters. And like I tell him all the time, why don't you come up to Chicago and say the 99 percenters? It wouldn't work out too good on the white set.
So a lot of people do give me credit with starting the whole term 99%er. It wasn't really widely used until I started it on here. It got so bad that even over in Europe, Dibber made a whole video like, what the hell is this 99%er shit? This doesn't exist. This is some shit Black Dragon started. And it has now become a universal term. But I think you could probably say it in Chicago now. But I damn sure know you couldn't say it in 2011.
They'll look at you
I'm a 99%er. But you
Hey.
there's always been the 99% NFG guys up there.
Yeah, that's the DC Eagles going all the way back to the 60s. Try to tell them you're going to take their thing.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, hey,
You're
listen.
just weird on the black set, man. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen. You know, different strokes, man.
You guys come up with the most outlandish stuff.
We
let me say something. Let me say
different
something.
societies do things differently.
Hey, Hollywood. I was at a 1%er club, local 1%er club on the black set, and they had it was an anniversary. It was something, right? And a lot of white 1%ers came. And this is about properties, and they were looking at the properties patch, and they looked at me. I was still independent. And got, hey, come here a second. I'm looking at them like, yeah, hi, how you doing? You know, I'm still respected. They got a diamond, all right. What the hell is wrong with their back of their patch? What the hell? I said, you gotta go ask them, bro. I'm not here to answer none of them questions.
It is different.
It was funny.
I've been, you know, in a position to see both sides, and a lot of times I just be like, wow, this is completely different over there. But hey,
you think?
It is what it is. Hey, Yannick Bonner, she's mad. She's like, you have two different properties. You have personal and chapter. I know. I keep telling them that. They don't.
Well, you know, another thing that you know, before I leave, you know, there's been that big hoopla over that video, and like I called you yesterday, I was like, that's normal on the set.
You know what? I'm glad you're bringing that up. He's talking about when the woman got beaten up, and everybody across social media was screaming, a man hit a woman or blah, blah, blah. But like I told you guys yesterday, you guys don't understand how 1%er culture works, especially on the white set. And a woman doesn't walk up and talk when two patches are talking. She doesn't interrupt. I remember I told you guys that yesterday. So Hollywood, please elaborate on that.
Well, you know, I hate to say it because a lot of people live on the internet and stuff, but it's taken real serious. You know, a woman is supposed to be in a corner. Shut up. We don't want to hear from you. And what happened, that's a normal thing that happens.
Okay,
but people can't wrap their head around it because they're looking at it from their perspective and they're not in that light. It's not all cookies and ice cream, man. I know a lot of, you know, the diamond stuff has been watered down because of the internet, but it's still real in the real life.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, when you say, well, the property of, you making up, she's being put out the roost. That's what it's about. If you don't have an old man here, you're either a pass around or we're putting you out there for a piggy bank. That's just the way the streets work, man.
Yeah, we have a 1% here that says my club had married club properties that husbands were not on the set. We kept it totally respectful towards her. So you guys can't tell me I haven't seen this shit. There it is.
Man, you don't jump back to the other subject. Man,
well, wait a second here. Put that back. My club had married club properties that husbands were on the set. What are you? Is he a diamond? Is he a white boy? What?
No, he's not. I don't think he's white. I don't know. I can't tell by this picture, but
go to any of the big four and ask them that.
Let me ask you a question, Hollywood. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're talking about the situation with the video, my perspective when I
for one, that video shouldn't have been out because that gives freaking cop. You know what? The cops or none of that were involved as far as, how can I put it another way?
It hadn't made the news.
The reason why I didn't do it, because it came to me first, is because that could have led to an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And why am I going to put something out there that the cops can investigate?
Right. But let me ask you a question from the angle I came at it. If you was her husband and your wife came home with that big old black eye, you would not do anything about that?
Go take care of business. You know, don't go over here and freaking get on freaking the internet. Don't. I'm a different animal, dude.
But no,
I'm not going to the cops.
Angle I came at and Black Dragon. No, you can't do that. They gotta wait. No.
Hollywood was a 1%er.
Okay, he's still a man.
Lifestyle.
He's still a man.
90% of 99% of these people on the internet
He's
talking
still
about
a man with a wife that got hit by another
and
man.
99% of the people that watch us on these shows ain't going to no 1% club and doing shit.
We didn't say that. You didn't have to go to the club.
What makes them Superman? That 1% patch?
Nothing makes them a Superman, Hollywood. But you don't act like people don't act like people are confronting them every day, because they ain't.
So if
you would let your wife just
got
get beat
hit
up because he got a 1% patch on. You would let Tia get beat up.
Me. This is not about me. This is about how it is out there. This is about what really goes on out there.
But we're all bikers here.
Well, it has nothing about being a biker. It's about being a man.
It's about being a man.
You're not going to get let your old lady get punched out and run to the internet.
You wouldn't go get a fucking blessing. You would just put your patch on if you were that bad.
But watch this. Forget the biker aspect. Forget that. Put that to rest. If another man hits your wife in a bar or a club, she out with her girls, and another man beats your wife down and come home with a black eye, you gonna sit there and not do nothing?
Well, he did do something. He went to the club. He sat down. He gave he went and talked to the. Are you saying he didn't do nothing, Hollywood? He did do something.
You should have put a 22 behind his ear.
What if he was not that kind of person?
Then don't be a punk and come on the internet. Do what he has to do. Go to the cops and cry.
Yeah, I would have just stayed. Would have probably had to fall back and be silent and quiet. I don't even want to be embarrassed to be that guy who let his wife get fucked up and didn't do anything about it besides talk about it on the internet.
Well,
Lavish is right, man.
Didn't he go to the cops?
I don't know. No, he said the cops were called. He said they got involved. He didn't say he went.
The problem is now you got the video evidence going all over the place, and the cops have to do something now.
Yeah,
because now it's
legally assault.
So then he did do something. He put the video evidence out there, and maybe those guys get worse. Maybe that guy gets worse than what he could have done to him.
What, going to jail? Have you seen the justice system nowadays? They let him out on no bail.
You guys are street guys. You handle shit different than
I'm a man that protects his wife.
I'm a business
and a man who's always telling me all the time, I'm from the streets. I'm from the streets.
Well, we're not talking about
you know what? You're over here. What's it say in the good book? You are your wife's protector.
Hey, be careful when you start talking about the good book. The preacher will get you.
He didn't quote the scripture. He just said what it says in there. I am the protector of my wife, of my household.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Y'all got Tia calling in.
That's my girl.
Yes,
yes, I know Black Tiger will come and defend me.
He know Kung Fu. He used to be a pro fighter.
Boy, y'all got Tia calling in. Woo.
Oh, Tia mad at you?
No, I don't know if she's mad at me or not. We'll see. Hey, hey, look, man. I just tell it how it is, man. That's I tell it. I don't tell it how y'all want to sugarcoat it and how you think it should be. I tell it how it is, and not everybody out there. We're not talking about me. This ain't about me. Not everybody out there is getting ready to do all that stuff y'all talking about. That's why you saw that guy on TV. That's why you saw his stuff all over the news, because not everybody's getting ready to go screw with the. I remember. I remember watching Chuck Norris in the movie Breaker. I remember it was the guy's wife was talking out a bunch of noise. The sheriff slapped the guy's wife and then whooped his ass like right in front of him. It happens. Not everybody is a strong man. What are the non-strong men? What do they do?
Well, I guess they run to the internet and call the cops.
Exactly. Yeah, you got Tia coming on. Hold on a second here, Hollywood.
We in trouble.
Could be. What happened to Lavish? The comment section is going. We're obviously not going to get to the rest of the news today. The comment section is going wild here.
BD is sinking in his seat.
I don't think I've sank yet. This is sinking in the seat.
You will when Tia comes on.
Probably so. So you say your wife is over there looking crazy? I've been married for 40 years. My wife was a proud LSMC old lady patch, and now she wears a property of patch, property of me, meaning she belongs to me and no one else, my most valued possession. She just wants to be a pass around, but she's afraid to use those words, says Gil Soares. We appreciate that donation, Gil. Appreciate you there. And Gil has your opinion about it, man. So thanks for that donation there, Gil. Appreciate you. Hollywood, you need to become more of a regular on this show, says your mama's house. Or vice versa. I need to be on your show. We used to do that all the time. Point blank, period, chapter. I would never in a relationship, and personally, I wouldn't do it unless it was my husband's name. I would disrespect my man with another man's name on my back. It's not always about sex. It's more to it. But if my husband wasn't on the set, I would be in a social club or a hangout from time to time. So she'd still be on the set. She just wouldn't be a property. I'm 99% sure it would end bad for their marriage, says your mama's house. Miss Lotus says, great conversation. She has to go back. Hey, Hardwire 1%er, good to see you. Now, my old lady loved it, at least for the club I was in. She wasn't keen on the risks I was able to take. Oh, do we have Miss Tia in? Redbone, what's up? Hello? Yeah? Say something. Say something.
She's giving you that dirty look.
Is that what that is? All right. Don't create this space for women to get on the set, then talk shit about her because she happens to be married, says Sprite. Go ahead, Sprite. Tell him. Is this a real question? What the F? Yes, it was a real question. Personal is not an option. If her old man ain't in the club, then say something to. Oh, okay, she's gone. I guess her thing wasn't working too great. Maybe she'll be back. Let's see. Boom. There's everybody. Lavish is gone. So anyway, Hollywood says it's an absolute no-go. If it was on the white set, she'd be put out to pasture. She'd be a piggy bank, and there ain't no way in hell he would allow that to happen. Okay, I guess Tia wants to talk on the phone. What's up, Tia? Say what?
I couldn't hear you, so I was trying to go another route.
Okay.
So
let me see if I can't hook you into the switchboard. Hold on. Let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, let me see. See if I can't hook you in. Connections, Bluetooth. And we're looking for broadcaster. Here we go. Can you hear? Tia? Tia?
yes,
All right. Whatever you got ringing, turn it off.
that's my dad's phone.
All right. Now.
I just want honor and respect to all the brothers on the panel. I just wanted to say, from my perspective, I think it's not a good idea. I always wanted to be a part of what my guy was involved in. But I really believe if I couldn't be a property of another man. And like you always say, everything is a teaching moment. We saw that within our own club, where it wasn't the same scenario, but a sister was a what do you call it? Her club was up under. They got the blessing from the 1%er, and it called upon a meeting where her husband from a motorcycle club was there with her club for whatever reason, and he wanted to leave. So he wanted his wife to leave with him, but his wife had to stay there with her club. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. She wanted to stay with her club. I remember that.
And so the husband got very aggressive with her. And when he acted like he was about to get physical with her, all hell broke loose. And those 1%ers, and maybe I'm talking too much or whatever, but I don't think the MC period is not a so I can understand how logic would say he would not bring his wife on the set. Pep didn't really bring he did expose his wife to it, but that's not, I think Pep would agree I'm on the set more than he probably would have brought his wife. I don't think it's a safe, not safe, but I wouldn't do it. Like after the only person I could see being a property to would probably be Big Bone. And that's only because me and his wife are solid. And that's the only one that I would, in Hollywood, of course. But as far as I don't think that that's a good idea at all. I would definitely not encourage her to do that. Now, if she's joining a club, like you said, a sister club or a club under or asking for a blessing, that's something different. But being a property of another man, that does not stay cool with my spirit at all.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Well, before I get off of here, I wanted to address that one. I guess she's a woman in the chat, and I'll put it out bluntly, where she said, "This ain't the '60s. Women have a voice. Not in the damn club. You do. You don't have no damn voice. Maybe in a social club or a riding club, but you got no voice in a real club. It's a man's club. That's the way it is. This is a man's world."
You can't say that with a kitty cat crawling on you. I
love my cat. But that's just the way it is, man.
The guy that was talking is actually a 1%er in a club up in Chicago, black 1%er. And he did say, he did agree with me that, yeah, they do have properties that are married to men that are not inside the club, and those properties are treated with great respect. I have seen this, and
then she ain't a property.
Well, maybe not in the traditional sense, but
our definition of property is a lot different.
It could be. So
anyway, guys, I gotta go.
Take care, brother.
Bye, man.
I appreciate you coming
All right,
on Hollywood. You guys don't know, check out Hollywood Insane Throttle, Biker News, and Hollywood has been very instrumental in a lot of things that have happened. He was one of the mentors that brought me into the Biker News world, and has many times when I've run into major issues, Hollywood has been there to help straighten them out. So always been appreciative of him. But I always do look at the very stark differences. We talk about them all the time, and there are some stark differences, and he is definitely cut from the crews that happen up there in those areas, and he has that look. Somebody else said earlier, and I thought this was important. They said that a lot of these guys on this platform are from the streets, but there are a lot of people that ain't, and they ain't handling things like you guys are talking about, and we have to acknowledge that. And I always speak with that person in mind, because there's not everybody's getting ready to pick up a gun and go kill somebody. I just saw a thing on Instagram the other day. This guy got beaten up in front of his children. Now, there are a lot of people that would put an end to that. They would pull a gun, but there are some people that wouldn't, or who can't. It's just not in them to do it that way. Those people are on the set too. Somebody said, I think Black Dragon is speaking for the not so violent people, not so non-violent people. I try to keep those people in mind. Hollywood is the only 1%er on this panel. Yeah, that's true. Former 1%er. Yeah, that's true. No, nobody else. Flames, boy, Flames is on one this morning. He said that your boy was a Fed, the guy who put that video out, chatting with Stacks. So if anybody's going to do some research on you, it'll be Flames. I swear to God. Everybody ain't like that. And here he says right here, everybody ain't like that. Most of the people on the platform are from the streets, and we all know most people ain't like that. So we have to keep that. We have to keep that important because we are content creators, and we're influencers, and people do get influenced by what we say. And, we don't want to make it look like you ain't a man if you don't handle it the way that somebody else would. At least I don't want to do that. If you're in a 1% club, your old lady is never allowed to be alone with another member in a club to begin with. Yeah. Here, Flame said Bill Stacks put that video out because he's a Fed. Damn. Flames. Protect, provide, procreate. If you can't, you are not husband material. Damn. Damn. Logic is right. Genesis 2:15. What is Genesis 2:15, Logic?
Huh?
Someone said you're right. Genesis 2:15.
I don't know. Genesis chapter 2, verse. I don't know.
You don't know off the top of your head? Okay.
That's another. Never mind. Let me look it up for you.
Thank you.
I don't know where they're coming from. Logic is right. Genesis 2:15. I don't think I quoted the scripture. And the Lord took the man and put him in the garden. Oh, yeah. That's when he created Eve. That's when he put the man in the garden east of Eden to dress and keep it. Told the man to be. That's when God gave Adam his authority over the land when he put him in the garden. I don't understand where he's coming from with that, though.
Back to the protector thing. UK Kid says, I do tell it how it is with no sugarcoating. Thank you, man. Whew. Man, appreciate that. I catch hell on this channel. OGT.
You in a room with a lot of walls, and you love walking into them.
For that guy, when him and his old lady get into it, she's going to bring up how he didn't protect her. You guys could be right. So somebody said, well, Black Dragon, what is your advice going to be to him? And my advice really stands on how strong is your relationship with that person? How strong is your relationship, and can you can you? If you ask me if I would do it, the answer would be no. I wouldn't do it for many reasons, but my reasons are not necessarily someone else's reasons, and I have seen it work, and I have seen it not work. And I think my advice to him was something like, it's something you really got to sit down and talk out with her and understand where she's coming from and why she wants to do this, and why she feels like that. I don't necessarily agree with you guys that means, oh, she's out of here, she's gone. There's a lot of negative connotations that come with being a property, and it probably depends on what set you're in. If you're on the white set and you're dealing with 1%ers like Hollywood, he's already said what it is. If you're on the black set, and like this other guy that was on in his club and others that I've seen, you can be a property and not be associated with a bunch of BS. For me, the answer is no, because properties are, like you said, preacher, properties have requirements, and I'm not cool with all those requirements that could put her in trouble, and she not be able to come home and take care of our children or whatever the case may be. If a woman already has a man and she wants to be a property of someone else, that's a problem. But it wouldn't be a problem if that person was her her nephew or something like that. So
Yeah, but that wasn't the context, man. That wasn't the context. Somebody in her family, doing that and she being around it, that's one thing. Just a random thing. Can you imagine you being a good husband at home and then you go out here as a wife and you get a whiff of the motorcycle world and you riding on a motor, your first ride on a motorcycle, you got this L7 husband, possibly a non-bike rider at home. Her life is about to change once she get on the back of that motorcycle. And how can that guy even compete with the thrill of a motorcycle, especially if he's not into it? It's like he got to fight even harder just to compete with strangers he don't even know. That's gonna kill a guy's pride, man. You know,
She ain't going home.
she, listen, I know. Listen, I don't ride too many women on my bike. I got to select a few, and I know if you're on the back of my bike, your thighs are being rubbed at every light. When I'm sitting at the light, my hand is on your thighs, man. Can you imagine some random female at any given time getting on the back of a guy's bike and being up that close and that guy being there? They right here. And your husband at home watching the kids, man, you got to be a strong type of guy for that kind of stuff, unless you met that woman and she was already like that.
well, that's why I did the show. So that person would have all of these inputs to look at to make their decision. I wanted to do the show for that reason.
I've seen so many people, man, women, and I'm speaking on, well, I can say men and women. I done seen so many men and women come on the set as a couple or married, and in a matter of 3 years, they separated or divorced. Not all, not all, but I seen a fair share.
So I could definitely say somebody said just say no, BD, just say no. Uh, I can definitely see how a traditional marriage could be pushed to the limits with something like that.
And then I think that some women, some women, um, they have this inner thing, and it's cool. They had this fire. They get to a certain point in their age, and they want to go out, and it's like, hey, and I'm speaking on just bike riders. Um, they become bike riders because that's something that they want to do all their lives, and they do it and they enjoy it, and then they are reborn again with a new burst of energy in life, and that's fine and cool. But you don't even have to be a property to do that. We talking about a property. That means somebody was in your ear. I want you to wear my rags, baby. let everybody know you mine. I got you. You and me, don't worry about it.
You know what?
And what happens with some properties, the guy, the sponsor come in, got to be wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's not all, because my properties, I'm not involved with them at all. I don't even.
So what are you doing making this argument? You don't even touch your properties.
No,
You're
stop.
the perfect one. You're the perfect one.
I,
You're the perfect example. You don't touch your
you
properties.
like to jump off of context. You said my woman. I can't listen.
No,
Let's
you
go
have
back. Hold on.
properties and they're not
right.
your woman.
Okay, let's go back then, Drake. I would say this. I have properties and I know who they fucking. So again, I know what they got going on and I know what they doing. So it's still my point. They just not mine. So they still a property though.
Y'all lames be normalizing cheating. That's why families don't exist anymore. Oh, we're lames now. Flames is going off on us.
No, he ain't going off on me.
I
ain't normalizing cheating.
I haven't normalized cheating, not one, two. True Black Dragon. I've been married 40 years, and yet my old lady still leaves the party when the entertainment starts. She knows I'm coming home to her, and that's it. There you go, Joel.
Then you got strong foundations. Like you got like a guy.
Baker's laughing at you. My properties. Baker's laughing at you.
Oh, because so here's the thing with my properties, and they still a property. I'm saying for me, I personally don't engage myself with my properties.
Right. Which is
But-
exactly what I said.
But
There are some properties.
hold on. But I've had a woman on the set as well. She just wasn't my property. Well, she was my property.
I gotta go, y'all.
You can't fix this.
No. She became. She was. She. Let me. All right. Let me better rephrase that. Let me better rephrase that. She was my woman who I ended up putting my property set of colors on.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I went out, she was always out with me.
Mm-hmm.
When I left, she left with me.
As understood, but you made my point. You made my point perfectly.
What was your point?
My point is that it can work. There can be properties that are not involved with the men, and so she could have a sisterhood. And just because it's a 1% motorcycle club,
No, because let me go back and rewind too,
Hey,
man.
man, I gotta go. Y'all let y'all talk. I gotta go. I gotta go.
All right, go ahead.
Well, you're not gonna
Like,
just
Dre, you ain't about to get down that easy.
real quick.
Y'all keep it. Y'all listen to the conversation. Y'all keep it logical. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace. Take care, preacher. Go ahead, bro.
I inherited my other properties.
You try to. You can't.
They were inherited. I can't hear you.
You can't clean this up. You can't clean it up.
I can't hear you.
I don't know why. Why can't you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Hello. Testing. Oh wow, your whole microphone ain't even working. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh well, I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you. I whatever Logic did when he logged off, man, the audio dropped because I can't hear nothing. Let me. I can't hear anything.
I don't
you
know
can
what's
hear
going on.
me. But I guess, man, I guess that was meant to end the conversation, man. Cause you can't hear me. I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I can
So,
hear you.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell everybody to enjoy their day, man, and we'll continue this, man. Hey,
All right.
he said call for all those property landlord. Oh man.
Bro,
Listen,
you sound like
somebody said it sounded like a rest haven. No. So let me break down what I mean by I said I inherited the properties.
What is
We
a
didn't
rest
have
haven?
some good members, and for unseen circumstances, they done had to leave the club for a minute, and or due to legal reasons or whatnot. And they have their properties are good properties for the club, and without that man being there, they gotta pretty much sit down or go up under somebody. So my properties became my properties because of that reason, and then they will go back to their original sponsor. It's just to keep the club going. They like to partake in the club activities. It helps the club and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I got my properties. Most of them is because of that circumstance. Somebody else's properties. But yeah,
Precisely my
I'm
point.
about to go ahead and let y'all go ahead and have it because I can't hear anything. I hope y'all have a good day. Y'all be safe out there and enjoy.
All right. Take care, young man. So that's exactly my point. It doesn't have to be as bad as Hollywood says on the black set. In Hollywood's reality, it's a lot different. Black Dragon, that means you got several properties that you ain't sleeping with. Yeah, I don't sleep on the bike set. Never really have, really. There was some I wanted to have, but they didn't want me. I got you, bro. I get it. Wow, that's a new one for me. Says Joker. But it's listen, different sets party different ways. It's not this like unilateral thing. There are different takes on motorcycling, different takes on propertyism, different takes on all that. So this guy really has to figure out where they sit in that, where his relationship sits in that, and if it's something that he can do, especially based on her desire to do that, which may be stronger. I've seen it be so strong. I've seen properties and women be just as strong about the MC as men are. Whereas it's my club that I'm going to be with, and that's my family, and you ain't taking my family away from me, and I'll let this marriage go. And it doesn't have to be anything about her cheating or any of that. All this stuff exists. It's all this, and that people get mad at me. I talk about it as it is, not how maybe it should be. The definition of a rest haven: several properties they ain't sleeping with. Thank you. Which is exactly what he has. But he gonna argue the whole other thing. He gonna argue it to the end. My sponsor said, Baker, properties equals assets. In some places. Sounds of Harlem says, Black Dragon, you get a point. Like I said earlier. Oh, I appreciate that, man. All right. We've taken an hour and 22 minutes on this. Hopefully, folks out there get some idea. Properties definitely are a higher level of support in a motorcycle club, and in some motorcycle clubs they are piggy banks. In some motorcycle clubs they are pass arounds. In some motorcycle clubs they ain't shit. And in other motorcycle clubs there's a great deal of respect for them. They're heard. They have a voice. It just depends on which boys club you belong to, and a lot of them are different. Even in the 1% world, a lot of them are different. And these are things I've seen, and that's what I talk about. I talk about what I've seen out there, and I can't talk about anything more or less than what I've seen. And I'm so mad that I gave Tia my copies of my new book. Oh my goodness, man! You guys got to see my new book that Moto Gatto designed the cover for, and that is The Art of War. And that book is so cool. It's already a number one new seller, not a number one bestseller, but it's a number one new seller. Let me see if I can get it for you. Hold on a second here. Yeah, this is it, man. This is it. This is my newest book, The Art of War. It finally came in, and I'm really proud. I'm really pleased with this book, and pleased with how it's turned out. And I can't wait till you guys get it. I sent out all kinds of emails and everything, letting people know it was coming, and the response has been great. So this is the cover that Moto Gatto designed, and this is the back of it. And man, this is really one of my greatest books already, The Art of War for Motorcycle Clubs. So I'll be reading passages out of this book and stuff for you guys, and I'll be doing a whole thing from this book, reading from this book until I get the audio made. I'll be reading from the book and giving you guys all kinds of instructions. So this is the newest one, The Art of War for Motorcycle Clubs. We just got it published a couple of weeks ago, and here it is in its real format. 170 some pages, 150 question test in it, I believe. This is one of my, I'm very proud of this work. Very proud of all the help. And Moto Gatto, if you're looking, your name is right in here, right on the first page. I appreciate your help. So, cover design by Moto Gatto, and his whole name and everything. So, thank you guys. You guys helped me pick the cover, and you guys helped me to put this together. It is so cool to be able to just say, hey, I think I want to do this I think I want to do this, and you guys come and help me. Did I ever hear from the lady yesterday? No, I never did hear from her. I never did hear from her. I have told several women, real women would never make a man choose between them or the club. And if you did, you wouldn't like the answer. Exactly. And some women feel that way too about their club, about their place in the club. That's the definition of a rest haven, several property. Yes. So, all right, everybody, I appreciate you all today. I definitely appreciate the gift there, Gil Soares. Please get a channel membership. Thanks for being on with us for an hour and 26 minutes, long time. And just thank you all so much. I'm Black Dragon. Get my latest book, The Art of War for Motorcycle Clubs, by me, Black Dragon, and also the my other book, Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs. Both are selling off of the thing. So we got 10 books now, man. Can you believe it? 10 books. Oh, and we're getting ready to release. I had Sven do my book in German, Prospects Bible in German. And also we had the book done in Brazilian Portuguese as well. So we're getting ready to release those. Hey, we're doing our thing, bro. All right. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny.